this.
Can do.
Yeah, not sure.
Oh yeah, that
We'll see
wasn't
if that-
even remotely a critique on
So,
freelance.
We'll see
no,
if that
but I have
fixes
my own
it.
critique about it. It's like it's
That's
not the
okay.
it's not the full vision that was designed, because at some point Microsoft's just like, let's get this thing out, and some of the stuff was simplified.
I think one of our favorite moments of the discovery mode was flipping on the neutron star when we found the code for the graphic animation. There's like the polarized lights and the shock
Right.
waves and stuff coming through. That was a pretty cool moment. We found that, and they were like, "Man, what was going on here that caused this not to be implemented? Because this is rad."
Yeah, I couldn't. The last 2 years of the development that you'd have to ask like Paul Isaac, who was the lead programmer, and probably Phil Wattenberger. But yes, no, there was a lot more function. There was a lot more, like a lot of environmental stuff, a lot of things like the certain nebula were going to damage you, shield rate, all that was all part of the design. So we're definitely having all that in this and then some. So part of Star Citizen is to sort of finish off some of the stuff that I wanted to do in Freelancer and either couldn't do because of technology, or it didn't end up doing because of not finishing the project off.
External.
Yeah. No, it was just I got burned out. I got burned out with dealing with. I mean, it was also when the time they wanted to buy the company, they wanted to focus on Xbox stuff, and it was whatever. It was like almost five years at that point, and I was just like, can't take this anymore. I don't want to be fighting with corporate battles and basically managing that level of relationship, because that's what happens when you become part of a big company. You basically have to spend all your time like managing up and fighting for resources for your group and making sure you're going to. So you basically spend a lot of time doing nothing that has nothing to do with games, which is why what we're doing right now is awesome, because I don't spend any energy other than making a game or telling people about the game. So both things I like to do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Chris, is there going to be a limit on how many guys you can hire, like NPC hires?
Well, there's definitely going to be a limit. But we haven't determined exactly like how big that limit is. But it's sort of, you have to put some level of limit on it, because otherwise there's problems when you get into space combat and someone that shows up with
you have like one dude spend like 10 grand and be like, all right, I got 30 or 40 constellations all manned the hill with the highest skilled, highest paid dudes, and then boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Although NPCs aren't going to be as good as real players, but yeah, we there's a certain level where we're not really going to be able to hire too many people, because we have to reserve slots in any of the instances for other players. People are in opposition. So yeah, so like I'm not going to say, like, just imagine there's 60 slots, right, in an instance. We always reserve slots for friends of people. So if you were going to show up on a mission, like you would be limited to how many people you could bring with you based on your sort of friend slots. And so at that point, if you show up with all those people and then you get attacked and you do a distress call and you've used all your slots up with people you brought as NPCs, people won't be able to come to your rescue in an instance. Because like every instance, we reserve slots for everyone in the slot, so they can have a friend arrive and help them out if they're close by.
That's a perfect way to fix like the quote unquote pay to win issue. I know a bunch of my buddies in our group were asking about like, well, if you can buy credits, why can't you just buy like so many hired NPCs, the best NPCs?
Yeah, well, you won't be able to buy that. Well, you won't be able to buy that. You won't be able to buy. First of all, we'll limit the amount of credits.